Hey guys, I'm Mikey of the 732 Review Crew, and I am here to watch Cobra Kai Season 6. Now, I'm the only one watching this on the channel because I'm the only one who's seen all 5 seasons. I have been into them because one of the reaction channels I personally watch and enjoy was watching them, and I was on a trip, so I thought, let me just download all of them on Netflix so I could watch at the airport and while on a plane, and lo and behold, I had a great time. Now, I did watch Karate Kid as a kid, but I never saw the second and third ones until after watching Cobra Kai while waiting in between seasons. So I was very, I was very taken in by just how great this show is in terms of drama, action, all that stuff. And I will say that as a former karate kid, because I used to do karate, I was a taekwondo up to a brown belt when I was a kid, I believe, not kid, 12, 13. Stopped when I got to high school, but I still was, pretty committed for the time being. This kind of hit home a little bit because it was kind of like looking, back towards like when I was younger and I would, train and whatnot, not as intensely, or, the fights weren't the same, but like it was still kind of reminiscent. But besides that, this has just been a really fun series to watch with a lot of emotional moments. Like, for example, Miguel falling. A second fact about me is I'm a radiology tech. So when Miguel fell and he broke his back like that and was paralyzed, that was something that, I was like, oh my God, because I'm a person that does the scans when you do that. So like when that happened, I was horrified for him because I kind of knew that a direct impact on one of those spots could break, spine and damage nerves. So I was very happy to see him get back, very emotional. But without further ado, I'm ready to jump into the season. Now, for every first episode of every season we watch of a show and every new show we watch, we always release a new episode for free on Patreon. And this is going to be for free on Patreon for full length. So you can watch this along with your own material synced up and you can enjoy it. We're going to be getting in 3. Well, I'm going to be beginning in 3, 2, 1. Thank you for joining me. It feels good to be back. Everything was going pretty well last time, if I remember correctly, but Kreese is out. Am I wrong? He's grown up! So grown up. He's big! Whoa! Still grown up. Oh.
Do you hear that? That is the sweet, sweet sound of no more karate wars.
You don't need to have a dojo to be a dojo, right?
You're all grown up.
The gang's all here.
Shit, it's penis breath.
Oh, look. It's Benedict's penis breath. Come on.
You got an exhale?
Yeah, go be boys again. Come on, life's too short.
Come here, back.
Yeah! What a great season start. What's gonna go wrong?
I mean, Sam and Tori only recently stopped dating each other. But hopefully they'll be friends someday.
That's a lot of trauma, but a lot of trauma between them. No, don't force it, bro.
It's been a long road, but we're finally all on the same side. After some spirited brainstorming and ad hoc focus group,
All right, let's see this.
dojo-wide vote, we have a winner. We give you Miyagi Fang Karate.
Okay, I'll take it.
We're not using that logo. I'm not gonna stain his legacy by turning him into some karate vampire.
Eagle Fang has beak with teeth and no place to train.
The two of you
I wanna see them fight. Oh, what a great way to start this season.
It's a double date with my ex and yours, who's also kind of my.
I forgot about
so
that.
how do you think it was gonna go?
They're friends, though.
This is your end game.
He's so tall now.
He's still.
He got a growth spurt. What the
I
hell?
gotta give it another shot. He needs to know there's another way besides the shit that Silver was feeding him.
What?
Welcome to Coyote Creek.
Kreese. Oh, I want to laugh if it's Stingray. That's way too obvious to be Kreese. It's gotta be Stingray. Because Stingray's stupid.
Oh, I give up. I give up. Don't shoot. Don't do it. As soon as I figured out we were on the wrong side, I tried to get you out.
Dude's so big now. He's taller than
And I really think with the right mentors.
He doesn't need your mentors.
his brother's house. Damn.
Now you're gonna leave him be. Otherwise, me and you gonna have a problem. Got it?
Wow, that was the tensest thing ever. It's his
Whatever
brother.
you need to do. We'll have your back.
No, it's his brother, dude. Don't. It's all mess.
Well, that looks painful.
Strength and body. Strength and resolve. No more drink. Nothing from here in Okinawa. No Kumiko. Pour my heart out. No call back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Woo! What the hell? I can't hear you.
Stingray? The hell is this?
The solution is you. Taking back Cobra Kai.
Got room for one more? Do you really want him to end up where we did?
Not your concern. You understand?
You know what? I'm not sure I do. Last time we fought, I struck first. That's not me anymore.
Ah, shit.
Really?
Yeah, story.
Everyone has a home at Miyagi-Do. Doesn't matter what happened in the past.
It matters to me, bro. Let's go. What? No, I'm not going anywhere. Yes, you are.
You picked up Miyagi-Do pretty fast.
Yay, bonding.
And some of it must have rubbed off.
Yeah, we got a positive out of this situation. I love that.
Taught me so much, man. It got to the point where I started to like myself. To win this thing, it's gonna take a badass dojo and a badass sensei. And first, Cobra Kai, that's your legacy.
Jesus Christ, Stingray. Who gave this man a monologue?
Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. That has got to be the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Sean, talk to your brother right now.
Whatever karate those guys do would be good for you.
Yes.
I don't need. And maybe give Keenan another shot too.
Yeah. Wow, Sean turned around so fast.
Okay. I don't even know who I am anymore. Hey, it's okay, man. I got you.
Tori and I actually crossed a bridge I thought had been burned.
Nice.
Those two can get along.
Yeah.
You want me to lose fight?
No, no, no. I'm saying that the fight isn't necessary.
Okay.
You cared about teaching karate the right way.
Cobra Kai is John Kreese's legacy. I don't want anything to do with that asshole.
Woo!
Let's make sure it's your sensei's legacy who lives on.
I'm just personally glad you guys aren't gonna fight.
No, we still are.
What do you mean? We're still fighting.
Kenny!
And wipe the slate clean.
I'm dojo.
The brand new pack.
Woo-hoo-hoo! The eagle above! Yeah, that's clean. So what's the bad reveal going to be? Who's in the woods? He's obviously not in America.
Tell Kim Dyer that Cobra Kai is back.
Sheesh! Give him 30 seconds, not even, and that's how it ends. What a great season opening. I got a lot to talk about, but the first thing I want to even just say is I really enjoyed this episode because it's just quintessential what Cobra Kai is. And it's, you know, obviously there's karate fights, there's drama, there's stuff going on, but the biggest thing for Cobra Kai is like character growth. We see the growth of Johnny Lawrence as the main character, and we see the growth of Daniel LaRusso and his wife, his son, his daughter. You know, we see Anthony going from the kid on the Game Boy to, you know, learning how to fight. And, you know, we see Robbie going from being just, you know, a delinquent without a father, unfortunately, due to, you know, his mom not caring and Johnny not caring. But we also have, you know, Miguel was originally Cobra Kai and, you know, aggro as hell and just fighting because he wanted to defend himself to be, you know, stopping the, you know, partially the bullying that was going on originally. And it's just all this stuff you see, all these characters go from you being like an almost selfish to, as they say, working together. And it's so great to see. I mean, especially because we see in this episode Daniel LaRusso Danny concedes that he doesn't care about the name, and we see Chosen was, you know, willing to fight over it, considering, you know, back in the movies it was, you know, live or die, you know, in the whole situation it was crazy. But we see that he doesn't care if it's, you know, the name, he just wants to teach for his sensei, whereas Johnny doesn't care whether it's the name. He wants to teach because he can teach well, but he also doesn't want to honor his sensei's legacy. So they come to this great compromise that Cobra Kai isn't Johnny's, it's Kreese's, which is amazing, you know, because it's such character growth that he's not hanging on to this anymore, and he's just willing to be there for his students. And same thing with LaRusso, and obviously, you know, even Amanda is starting to come around because I know she hates karate for obvious reasons, but like she's literally, you know, she's kind of like watching her daughter and Tori change because of things they do, you know, during karate. They held back Kenny when Miguel and Robbie were fighting Sean, and it was pretty much, they weren't trying to fight him, they were just trying to say, we don't want to fight, we're just here to try to make sure you're okay, we know there's another side. And the only reason the fight started is because Sean went a little aggro. I believe Sean did see, maybe not even on screen, that his brother was about to pick up a bat when the girl stepped in. And I think that's when he realized he went a little bit too far, because they might be scrappy and they might want to fight, but I don't think, and I may have overjudged based on the fact that they were both in juvie, because I know Miguel got injured by Robbie in a heat of the moment thing. I was hoping that Sean didn't do the same thing to one of them and start the season that way. And I'm glad that Sean came around as a really good character who, even though he was in, juvie, he said the same thing I was saying, his growth was giving somebody else another shot, which was Robbie, because he originally jumped Robbie, and now he's, telling Kenny, I see what your teacher has done to you, making you aggro. I don't want to see you in juvie or worse. Maybe it's time to let those people be honest and truthful. And that goes back to what I said during the reaction, when they tried to overstep, that was a little bit interesting, because I know they're trying to talk to them and trying to be his friend, but the moment Sean's here, his brother in the position, says, I'll handle it, I would probably concede. I know they obviously care for him a lot, especially Robbie, because he feels like he messed up, but you have to concede a little bit on that. I think Sean would have had but at the same time, I'm sorry, Sean would not have known that Kenny was that aggro if that didn't happen. So their repeated trying really did come out as kind of important, because it let Sean see that his brother was going too far, and these people did care for him, because if they really wanted to fight and jump him, there's 4-on-2, and those girls weren't even trying to fight, and Robbie and Miguel weren't even trying to hurt the brother, because there were so many options. Like when his hand got stuck, it was just highlighting the fact that they don't want to actually fight. They were actually there for his benefit, trying to help him, and I love that. I love the whole Stingray reveal too. I knew that was coming, because it's the most cheesy thing ever. Kreese wouldn't do something like that. Kreese would have called him or sent him a letter, I think, or hints like that. Whereas Stingray is the type of dude to send you a cat, Star 67, you all caps something, and it's funny because it was actually the truth. It was him. He wasn't hiding in the leaves like I thought, like a Stingray, but he was teaching a whole new generation of kids, which is cute. Teaching them the wrong way, so it's unfortunate. Hopefully they find their way to Miyagi-Do, but regardless, it was pretty fun. I love the music, the scenes, everything was great. Watching Chosen break down was a very interesting scene, because I don't know if we saw that. I can't remember that well into the last season due to the distance in time from the episodes, but him breaking down and calling her and not getting a phone call back is just it breaks your heart. Obviously he got drunk and did it, so it was kind of an inappropriate thing, because he realistically should have done it sober, but liquid courage, they say. But as a result, she ghosted him and he can't go back home. I think he feels shame, obviously. And it's sad to see that, because you're kind of Chosen's a great dude, but you should have just told her up front instead of being drunk. But I know it's hard to do that sometimes. But I also feel like she's not ghosting him. She just maybe, I want to say, just hasn't, come up with a response yet, or it got lost or something. I want to be positive and hope that he has that. I also want to comment, it's great to see, I think it's been 1 to 2 years since last season. Not very, I think it's 1 year, but the big thing I see is, the growth spurt, because a lot of the characters were, 13, Kenny and, Anthony were 13, they weren't so big, they weren't really grown, and they hit that high school growth spurt that everybody gets when boys get and stuff like that, and you see it in action. They both look big. Kenny's taller than Robbie, which is crazy, and it's just overall it's great to see actual growth too, because the characters are getting older. Talking about college, unfortunately, Tori doesn't think she can get into college due to issues, but because she was in probation. But I think otherwise, it's nice to see them getting together along. Tori and gosh, I'll get back to that. Her name was, sorry, LaRusso. Even though I said it before, I'm pretty sure. But it's great to see that. Sam, I'm sorry. There we go. But it's great to see, Robbie and Miguel be friends and actually have a conversation and be joking and want to make their girlfriends be friends, because they're good friends. And it mimics how Johnny and Daniel are kind of get good together, but not fully. These guys, Miguel got his back broken by Robbie, and he's forgiven him so well, and they're such good friends. It's kind of an inspiration to most people that you can try to forgive. You can forgive most people if you work through just if you actually want to forgive them, and they actually want to be forgiven. They're actually remorseful, because that ruined Robbie's life, and now Robbie's life is amazing. He has a girlfriend, his dad's in his life, he's working, he has all these friends. It's crazy. looking forward to seeing. Obviously, Kreese going to be in the international stage in some place that he can't be extradited by U.S. Marshals. It's going to be great. So, I'm curious to see what's going to be happening as we continue on in this episode, episodic journey through this. I know they released a good portion, and then we're going to have the rest in, I think, a few months, 2 months, I think, maybe a month. I can't remember the actual release date for that because I just, this is later in the night for me. But I'm pretty excited because this is the finale, and I want to see how they do it. I almost feel like they could do an amazing finale and then end it with a movie, and that would be my favorite way to do it. But obviously, I'm asking for a lot. But a movie would be like a great way to end it, like Karate Kid, and then the finale of a Karate Kid would be like just a great way to do it. But besides that, thank you for joining me. I'm Mikey of the 732 Review Crew. If you are new here, check out our Patreon, which features full lengths for this one for free, as well as other seasons and series shows. I do appreciate everyone who did check me out. If you're new here or any of our old fans, hi, what's up, guys? Thank you for hanging out. If you haven't already, make sure you do subscribe. I would appreciate that. Otherwise, see you next time. Bye.